How I accidentally discovered a security flaw in a hotel's elevator system. A few years ago, I was staying at a hotel in Seattle for a work conference. This hotel had an elevator that required a keycard to use. When you got on the elevator on the ground floor, it would only allow you to go to the floor your room was on based on your keycard. If you pressed any other floor number, nothing would happen. There were 4 elevators in the lobby, 2 on each side. One of the elevators had a door on the back side in addition to the regular door. I was staying in a room on one of the lower floors with no view. I had really wanted to go to the top floor, maybe 20 or so, and take in some of the views from up there. As I was leaving to meet some colleagues for dinner, I was a little ahead of schedule and wanted to see if I could get to the top floor. I stepped into the elevator and pressed the button. I expected it to blink once and do nothing. To my surprise, the doors closed and began taking me upward. Once on the top floor, I stepped out into the elevator lobby area and looked out the adjacent window. It was breathtaking. I walked down one hallway and looked out the window at the end of the hall, then walked all the way back to the opposite end of the hall and looked out that window. After taking a few pictures, I headed back to the elevator to go downstairs. I get on the elevator, press the 1 button, and start moving down. The elevator slows and comes to a stop. I hear the doors open, but the ones in front of me were still closed. I turn around and see that the rear door of the elevator was open. Confused, I start walking out. It's not decorated, just bare concrete walls. I proceed slowly down the corridor for what seems like forever, but was probably just a few minutes. I was eventually approached by a hotel employee that seemed confused to see me. She said that they weren't expecting any VIPs during the week. After some back and forth discussion, here's what I found out. The hotel's elevator did have a security feature that only allowed you to go from the ground floor to the floor designated on your key card. However, once you were off the ground floor, you could go to any other floor in the hotel as long as you weren't coming from the ground floor. The top floor is reserved for VIP clients, but she wouldn't say what types of people. I'd like to assume maybe that's where celebrities or athletes stay when they are in town. When their VIPs want to leave the hotel discreetly, i.e., not by the front door, they are instructed to go to elevator number 2, press and hold the down button to specifically call that elevator. This elevator is the one with the rear door. It's programmed to open the rear door when it gets to the ground floor, but only if it came from the top floor. The corridor leads to a secure valet lot back behind the hotel. The rest of my stay there, they had that elevator marked as out of service. I assumed that they were addressing the security concerns.